Welcome to the Lexy Show, fashion that gives a damn. This week, we're diving into the spooky side of sustainable fashion with a Halloween special. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can see I'm in clown music. If you're listening to this via podcast, you should be glad that your eyes are safe. Just kidding. I fear for the first time ever doing clown makeup, I kind of ate, but it is a little bit of a jump scare for a random podcast that I'm doing to have clown makeup on for. So, anyways, costumes are so fun, but let's be real, they can be a hot mess for the planet. Most of them are made from cheap plastics, worn once and tossed into a landfill. But don't worry, I've got you covered. Whether you're a planner who's been working on your costume since August, I wouldn't know any people like that. That's crazy to plan in August. Certainly not me. Certainly not something I myself would do. Definitely crazy. Or if you're that friend that's Googling last minute Halloween costumes, the day of, I've pulled together creative, sustainable hacks to build a killer look without killing the planet. And because I couldn't resist, we're also doing a DIY Halloween costume tier list. So we'll be ranking some of the best, funniest, and most creative eco-friendly ideas my team dug up online, which means that these will be a surprise to me too. So think thrift flips, closet raids, cardboard wizardry, and some that probably belong in the do not try this at home category. So, did you know the scary truth about costumes is that 85% of costumes are made of polyester, aka plastic? Most end up in landfills after one use, and it's basically fast fashion just in Halloween form. But Halloween doesn't have to be a fast fashion nightmare. In fact, this is the perfect chance to get creative, raid your closet, your thrift store, or even your recycling bin. So, some practical tips. Let's look through our closet. Let's do some closet costumes. Last year, I did a series where I did 13 days of Halloween costumes pulled just from my closet. So repurpose what you already own. You know, a black dress can be turned into a witch. A striped shirt can be turned into a mime. Last year I had a red striped shirt and I turned into Where's Waldo. A blazer can be turned into a lawyer, or like a button up can be turned into like 800 different things. You can be risky business. One of the costumes I'm doing for my 31 days of sustainable Halloween costumes this year is I'm being Audrey Hepburn in Breakfast at Tiffany's when she has like the white button up and the blue eye mask. What else? You can turn a white button up into like one of the Gossip Girl characters, like Serena or Blair. You can do a thrift flip, thrift a single statement piece, and kind of just build the rest around it. I mean, I right now have this like white, I rented what I'm wearing right now off of Pickle, which is something that I'm another tip I'm going to give. But I feel like this could be so easily replicated if you just take like a white shirt and or a white tank top and like literally just hot glue some like red, what are they called? Red little balls, like the red little cotton ball things, you know? Does that make sense? And like glue them on, and all of a sudden you're a clown. I also think so much of a costume can really go around like the makeup you do with it, which is something I've never really done in the past. And then this year I got like a Halloween palette with like all of these crazy colors, and it really changed the Halloween game for me because I really think you can just kind of grab anything from your closet and be like somewhat close enough to the character you're trying to be. And then if you add some like face makeup, it really like hits the head on the nail. Is that the saying? I don't know. I mess it up every single time. So yeah, flips, using makeup and accessories to really accentuate those things. Borrow and swap. I just hosted a clothing swap with some friends, but I feel like, or not only friends, we hosted a very large clothing swap. Over 200 people came. But this was kind of just a clothing swap for anything that was in your closet. I feel like it would be such a fun one to bring things that you think could be possibly used for a costume and like swap with your friends, or if you have old pieces, old costumes, old things that you did like last year, save them and swap them with friends. And on that note, renting, again, I rented two of my costumes this year from Pickle. The one I have on now, which if you're watching on YouTube, you can see, but if not, it's a clown costume. And the thing with Pickle is that they like it's for when you're in a pickle and you can list things from your own closet that you don't wear all the time, but you can also rent from other people's closets. So not only can you like make more money off of the pieces already in your closet that are just kind of just like sitting there, but you can also rent from other people's. And then like when you have these things that are just like costumes that you're only going to wear once, it gives you the chance to extend the life cycle of a garment, of a Halloween costume, while also actually being able to make money off the piece that you originally had bought. So Pickle is a good one for that. They have like a Halloween edit on their app, but even like going through Newly or going through Rent the Runway or anything like that and seeing what pieces you can use that are on there. Along with thrifting, I would look on like Depop and eBay and Poshmark and look up, vintage costumes or things that you think could make a costume because there are so many things on there. And they also tend to usually do like a Halloween spooky edit. So it makes your life a little easier. Yeah, and then accessories, you can thrift so many of these. I have things like all around my house now that they're accessories, they're headpieces, they're masks, they're fans, they're wings, tiaras, all this stuff. And I end up keeping them every year and just using them as decor the following year. And I'll like hang the hats off of things and hang the masks on things and use the fake knives and whatever around my apartment as decor. And I just think that's a really great way of, again, like extending something. And then when my friend's like, oh, I have this costume, like, Lexi, do you happen to have a witch hat? I'm always like, yes, I actually, in fact, do have one of those. I actually have multiple. Which one do you want? And so I think that repurposing your costumes and accessories into home decor is a really easy thing to do. But on top of that, making DIYing stuff, making cardboard wings or painting things. There's so many things that I'll watch like people make their costume out of cardboard on TikTok. And I was just watching this one TikTok where this girl wanted to become a flower. And so she like literally laid on a piece of cardboard and had her daughter, it was so cute, had her daughter like draw an outline of her head and then have her daughter draw the flower that she wanted. So then when they cut it out, it was easy to like get the correct size of what her head was since she had done an outline, but then it was cute because it was like her daughter's flower that she was becoming. But yeah, so many ways to DIY things. I really think that's something that's kind of been like lost when it comes to Halloween costumes. It kind of depends. Like, I feel like it used to be really popular. Like, I think we're seeing a really huge resurgence of like 2010 Halloween costumes. And those are very much so the like plastic polyester costumes that you're only going to wear once. So I think it just like depends because I think that they have been popular in the past, but I also think they're becoming a lot like popular again. And like I feel like Halloween, at least for me growing up, was always like, how can we DIY something? And now I just feel like I see so much online of like people like buying these costumes and I'm like, no, let's bring back the DIYing. Like that's why I love Halloween so much is you get to dress up as different things and plan who you want to be and get creative with it. And so I feel like I just want to encourage people to bring that back. But anyways, it is time for the moment that I've been very excited about, which is the official DIY Halloween costume tier list. So my team put together some of the best and worst sustainable costume ideas floating around online. And I have not seen this list yet, and they've had this list made for like a month, and I've been like eager to see it, and I am finally recording this podcast episode, so I'm very excited to see. But these are going to be live reactions. We're ranking them by creativity, eco-friendliness, and let's be honest, how likely it is that you'll actually wear it out of the house. And because it's Halloween, the tiers aren't just letters, they gave them spooky names. They have Thrift Thrillers as the best tier, then Upcycle Chic, Beautiful, cute, Basics, Franken Fails, cute, and Fast Fashion Frights is last. Why am I nervous? The first one is Costume Grapes. Hmm. I Loki, I think this is cute. I think the likelihood in which I'm ever wearing that out is possibly a little low. But I still think it's cute and I think it's creative. Sorry, I'm looking at this costume. I think it's cute. So the first one's grapes. Basically, it's three people with three different colored long sleeve shirts. And then they have balloons on as the grapes. And then they have a cutesy little cat, or no, a cutesy little ladybug. Does anyone know that audio from, anyways? They have a cutesy little like leaf headband on. God, I'm like trying to think of where I think I'd put this in upcycle chic low key because I think it's super creative and I want to give people their flowers for being creative. I just think that this would probably be a sensory nightmare, like walking around with balloons on. But maybe I'm thinking like at the club when maybe this is like a wholesome, you take photos in this. I think if I was taking photos in this, like low key kind of ate, like I'm kind of here for it. It's super creative. I'm all about interesting Halloween costumes. And if I'm just doing photos for it, then like slay. But yeah, if I'm wearing that anywhere else, I would actually, I think, freak out a little bit. So I'm gonna put that in upcycle chic, I fear, because it's upcycled and it works and I'm here for it. Okay, so the next one, I love everybody is so creative. The next one is It's Raining Men. And it's an umbrella and they pinned pictures of men to make them look like it's raining. Everybody is so creative. I love this, I fear. I have said I fear like 800 times in this one podcast, but whatever. I love this. Again, don't think I would be like wearing this out, but maybe, okay. I think if you went as like a weather person, like the person in the picture looks like they're wearing like a raincoat or whatever, if you went as a weather person and then you had this, like I feel like that would be a double whammy of like good Halloween costumes. I just again feel like the likelihood of me ever wearing this out is not there. But this reminds me kind of like a hear me out cake. You know what I mean? And where like for anyone who doesn't know, there's a TikTok trend where like you have a hear me out cake and it's like you're like how do I describe this? It's like, well, they're not always people. It's like characters or people or like whatever that you think are kind of hot, but then they're like really weird. So like my biggest hear me out, and I get so judged for it, is Pennywise from the movie It. So yeah, so like that's what I mean. Like kind of hot, but like not. So like other people put like I'm trying to let me think of hear me out cake. Okay, so people have put Scream, Banger. The chipmunks from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Mm, what's his name? Lightning McQueen. Oh God, got scared for a second that I didn't know my king, Lightning McQueen. Someone put ChatGPT. Guys, what do we mean? What does that even mean? What does that mean? What do you mean? Okay, back to the topic of conversation. I feel like this would go for an upcycle chic, and I feel like I would have a good time making this because I would make it like a hear me out cake, I think. I feel like that would be really funny. This is so creative. Everybody is so creative. Okay, serial killer. Cool. Oh, sorry. To make sh that okay. Cereal, like the breakfast. Cereal. Serial killer. Cereal, like the breakfast. Yes. That's what they said. Serial killer. Okay, this one maybe is just not my sense of humor. It's like punny, it's super cute, but like I fear I'm not here for it. I fear, yeah, I don't think it's my sense of humor. Like it's cute, it's funny, but it's not my sense of humor. Me being like, it's funny, but I don't like it. It is creative. All of these are creative, but it just feels very like I don't know though, because last year I went out on Halloween. There was a guy who was dressed as a fork in the road and he wore a black t-shirt and he put like little tape like lines down his shirt and then he had a fork in the middle of it and I was like, I fear I find that freaking hilarious. Like, I fear you ate that up. God, I need to stop saying I fear. So I don't know. Maybe if I did see someone do this, I wouldn't. But I don't know. The fork in the road one is was so stupid that it was funny, whereas this one feels like a little bit more thought out. Guys, I'm having a hard time rating these things. I think I'm low-key gonna put this as a freaking fail. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mean, but I don't like it. Okay, the next one is a tourist. This one is there. I feel like I sound so mean. Okay, so there is a very slay person, love them, love that diva, in like a Hawaiian shirt and like a hat and binoculars and like a tour guide thing. Like eating. Love that for you, diva. I fear that's just so basic, but that's fine. That is fine. Just not for me. But it's perfect because we have a literal spot for this to go in, and it's boo, haha, tiffle basics. So, yes, slay to that diva. Love that for you. Super easy costume to do, by the way. Me being like shitting on it and then being like, but you can do it sustainably. Yeah, cool. That was easy. Beautiful basics. Sally sells seashells. I love this one. Love this one. I see this one on TikTok all the time. And they'll have like a trench coat and it'll have Sally on the trench coat and then you open it up and it's like it's like she's selling illegal contraband, but in reality it's shells. Hilarious. I think that's so funny. I'm so here for that. I'm putting that one at Thrift Thrillers. Love that one. I feel like I could do that one low key. Now that we're here, I'm like, wait, I have a trench coat and I collect shells all over my apartment. Wait, guys, this just gave me a grand old idea. I just really like when people do it on TikTok because they'll literally make it seem like they'll like make these funny TikToks where they're like selling illegal contraband and they like make them look so suspicious, but then they whip out their freaking thing and it's shells. Like I think that's so funny. Me like absolutely going on the serial killer one, being like, that's not my sense of humor, and then eating up the freaking Sally sells seashells. I don't know. I'm just a girl. Rosie the Riveter. Classic. A classic. Can't go wrong. Super easy to make on your own. This diva that I'm looking at in a photo eating really can't go wrong. If you're just like basic, I feel like I'm saying basic like it's like a freaking like bad word. And I'm like, basics so fine, guys. Like, love that. Nothing wrong with it. Just like easy to do, I feel like, which is not bad, but just like nothing to write home about, I guess. This is me when I watch, just in case anyone was wondering, this is me when I watch Dancing with the Stars, and I'm like, that one's nothing to write home about, or like, I feel bad, and I don't even feel bad. I'm like really going on them. I'm like rating it, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I feel like they did this, but they really messed up that. And I'm like judging them, and I'm in my freaking sweatpants sitting on my couch, like, haven't danced since high school, I think. But at least now I feel like I have a right to judge maybe these Halloween costumes because I feel like right now my Halloween costume's eating. Three-hole punch gym. Freaking love this one. So much so that I would very much like to do it with my boyfriend. It's been saved on my folder of like Halloween costumes for like actually probably 3 years. So easy to do. Speaking of freaking costumes with white button-ups, so easy. I'm giving that one a Thrift Thrillers. Not that it's scary. I feel like Thrift Thrillers makes it seem like it should be scary, and I'm ranking it at the top. But no, that's just the top. Love that one. So easy to do, but also like kind of niche. Like not that niche, because like The Office is a very popular TV show, but like I don't see everyone doing that one. So I really want my boyfriend to do that, and then I'll be Pam. Um, but again, like such an easy costume to do, but like I don't feel like I've seen everyone do that one, so I love it. I love it. I want to do it myself. I want my boyfriend to do it with me, but so cute. And I love The Office. So funny. Flip-flop. Okay. This is a kid, so I'm not gonna like judge this. Like she looks so cute. Her Halloween costume is so creative. If I were to do a flip-flop, to clarify, the photo I'm looking at is a girl with like, I'm assuming probably a cardboard cutout of a big flip-flop around her. And see, like, this is one where I'm like, niche, creative, love that for you. If I were to do this, I would probably freak out because I'd be walking around people trying not to hit them. This is like, oh my God, does anyone else get overstimulated when you have to operate an umbrella? I don't know if this is like a I don't know if everyone experiences that, but I experience it. And when I have to operate an umbrella and I'm walking past people, I like actually become angry because it's like, I'll like try to avoid hitting other people with my umbrella or whatever, but then I'll get mad when other people don't try to avoid hitting me with their umbrella. And I'm like, dude, I feel like there's like common courtesy in umbrella holding that we should all like know. I don't know. Maybe that's a personal problem. But this feels like that would be that for me, where I'm like, I can't move. I can't move. But this little diva looks adorable. She looks so happy. So for her, so happy for this for her. And I'll put that one in upcycle chic because it's definitely not basic. Well, chic is kind of crazy, but I don't want to put it in fails. But I wouldn't wear it. I wouldn't wear it. Okay. Sorry to this girl. Sorry to this man. I don't know this man. Do you guys know that? Do you guys know that TikTok audio? Okay, anyways, I realize half of like my actual dialogue in during the day is just me saying brain rot things and then TikTok quotes. I'm Gen Z, I can't help it. Oh wait, so I don't think I said I think I'm gonna move her to Frankenstein fails. I'm so sorry. Did I say that? I can't remember. Whatever. Not because that little diva looks great. Just I would never wear that out personally. So sorry. Okay. I feel bad. Okay, shrimp cocktail. Yes, diva. See, this is where I'm like, you're so creative. And I commend you for that. And I love this for you, but I wouldn't wear this. But it's just not a costume that you see all the time. And I want to like give a round of applause for people who are so creative and think outside the box when it comes to Halloween costumes, because I feel like we do see so much of the same thing. And I'm so encouraging everyone to DIY their costumes. But I fear, first of all, I don't eat shrimp. So I've never had a shrimp cocktail. I don't even know if I've really even ever had shrimp. Maybe like once when I was like 5. Um, but also I feel like I just wouldn't wear this costume out. But I love that they DIY'd this. Obsessed with that. So I'm gonna put that in upcycle chic because she took like a dress and added a piece to it and it's like an upcycle. Like she upcycled it. And she's eating. She's slaying. Love that for her. I feel like this is also one where it's like you wouldn't have to, first of all, such a topic of conversation. Like people would be like, wow, so creative. Love that. You ate. But then also, you don't even have to ask what she is. You like she has freaking lettuce and a lemon and shrimp. That's a shrimp cocktail. So it's like creative and niche and specific, but it's not like too niche and specific that you don't know what she is. Because I've done that before. I went as a fembot once for Austin Powers. I feel like before the year, I think, no, I think Kendall Jenner had like just done it. And I went to this movie. I was in high school. I went to this party and people kept asking me and my friend like who we were. And I was like, have you guys never seen Austin Powers? Like, what do you mean, what are we? And then once they finally got it, they were like, "Oh, that costume is great." But like, like you want to be niche that like people know who you are, but like wait, no. You want to be niche that not everyone's going to have the costume, but then you don't want to be too niche that people aren't going to know who you are. Anyways, stick figure. Okay. You know what? Everybody is so creative, okay? So creative. I'm gonna put that in, you know, I'm gonna put that in Frankenstein fails or Franken fails. Sorry. Whoa, what am I doing? Because it's so interesting and I love that for you. I feel like I sound so mean. I love it. I think it's so creative. I just don't think I would ever do it. And that's fine. That is so fine. And yeah, but no. Cool, cool, cool. Moving on. Sun and Moon. Love this. I think this is so cute. I think it's a great duo costume. And a great like DIY, you can just get something gold, something silver off of Depop or thrift it or something, and then DIY the headpiece. I think it's so cute. I love that. I genuinely think it's like also kind of pretty unique. I don't think I've ever seen like anyone out when I'm out and about like be a sun and a moon. So I love that. I think that it's so cute and original and a perfect DIY, but one that's also like not going to be too hard to do. Mia Thermopolis, you can literally never go wrong with this. Specifically, the photo that I'm looking at that my team pulled for this, she's eating down. So good. And the good thing too with this is like you could be like 100 different costumes from this one movie. Like like super versatile, I guess. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. I have no idea. But like so cute, obvious who you are to the people that, know, but also something that I feel like could be very easily DIY'd or like thrifted, not DIY'd. Or even just sourced from your own closet. So Sun and Moon, I'm giving thrillers, and Mia Thermopolis, I'm giving thrift thrillers. God, that's a little bit of a tongue twister. Paddington. This is on my list of costumes to do this year. So I'm going to give that a thrift thrillers. So easy to do. I feel like I've seen people just wear like denim two-piece sets. I'm probably going to do it with just like a jean jacket, and then just like a a red bucket hat. I actually don't think I have a red bucket hat to make this come to life, but don't worry, because I'm sure my local thrift store has one. So easy to do, so cute. I feel like obvious enough that like you would know who that is. I feel like if you want to go and even like add an extra little step, you could like buy some, or you don't even really have to, if you already have some makeup or whatever, like putting a little bear nose on your nose would be so cute. But I think it's so cute. I love it. I'm literally planning on adding it to my series. So thrift thrillers for sure. Love it. Mavis. Love this one too. This is also on one of my lists. Not to do this year, but I was like compiling a list of couples Halloween costumes you could be, and this is one of them, so I've just had it on my list for a while. So cute, super easy to do, I feel like a black dress, and if you find some like striped purple related things. Let me see. I want to see a picture of what she actually looks like. What she was like blue. Yeah, she has blue striped tights on, a black dress. And then again, I feel like this one's kind of a little bit of a makeup one. Like if you add some black lipstick and a smoky eye. I actually don't know if I've ever seen this movie. I think I've seen it once. But so cute. I feel like so easy. I feel like people would know who you are and an easy one to thrift and stay sustainable with. So thrift thrillers. Don't know if I already said that, but yeah. So Dorothy, I think I've done 3 different times as a costume. So again, thrift thriller. Actually, I fear maybe some of these should be marked as basic. Maybe a lot of the ones I just did should have been marked as basic, but I like them, so I'm putting them as thrift thriller. I'm gonna say Dorothy, I think I might put at me clocking my own tea because I have been this costume literally 3 times, but I think I'm gonna put that one at basic. It is so cute, but I do feel like I have a tendency to see people buying the costume, like the prepackaged plastic one, instead of just like very easily DIYing it. I got for my first time I did it, oh my God, it was crazy, guys. The first time I did it, I dressed up as it because I was doing last like sustainable Halloween costumes, I think my like sophomore year of college. And I had this like cute dress that I had thrifted and I'd had since like middle school. Literally, I had had it for so long. And it was just a blue dress, and then I paired it with some heels, and then I made my dog be Toto. But I remember that I did the costume on the same day that Harry Styles had his New York show residency Halloween costume, and they did the Wizard of Oz, and he was Dorothy, and I was like, he did it because of me. Okay, guys? He did it because he saw that I posted it, because he knows I exist, first of all, most importantly. He saw that I had done it, and then he was like, yeah, okay, cool. This is what we're gonna be. Day of, he decided that because he saw my Instagram post. So you're all welcome for that. And then the second time I did it, I actually don't remember what I did. Oh, I did it for last year, my 13 days of Halloween costumes sourced from my closet. And I think I was doing like the same outfit and I styled it 3 different ways where I did it as Alice in Wonderland, I did it as Dorothy, and then I did it as Snow White. And I think I just had like a white t-shirt and I put like a blue vintage Gunny Sacks dress that I got off Depop on over top. And then again used my dog as Toto. And then the third time I did it, it was like perfect timing because I just gotten this dress off of from House of CB off of eBay. And it's like this gorgeous blue plaid maxi dress. Oh my, I've done it 4 times. Oh my God. I've done it 4 times, guys. And I put it in the basic category, but I like if I yeah, anyways. I feel like it's really easy to do, which is great. But yeah, I've just done it a lot. So then, yeah, so then I wore the House of CB dress, and my friends did a screening of the Wicked movie. I felt like I had really ate that one up though, because everyone came in Glinda and Alphaba, and I came in Dorothy. And to be fair, I really probably should have saved that for if they're doing a screening this year, because Dorothy's like literally not in that movie. She's in part two, but whatever. I don't even think she's really going to be in it. I think we saw like them walking the yellow brick road, but do we know if she'll be in it? Guess we'll find out. But yeah, so I wore a House of CB dress that I got off eBay, and then I have these like red platform heels, super chunky. The brand's like Jeffrey Campbell, I think, but I got them off Depop. And then I didn't have my dog because I couldn't bring my dog to the movies. But then I went to go see Wicked in San Diego. My boyfriend got me tickets for Christmas. And originally we were supposed to go in LA where our tickets were. And I had the norovirus, and I was literally the sickest I've ever been in my entire existence. And I was like seeing if we could figure out how, I don't know, if we could like sell the tickets or whatever. And I was like trying to force myself to go. And I was in the shower, and I start crying because I was trying to convince myself that I was going to be okay to sit through Wicked. And like literally start crying, and all I hear is my boyfriend knock on the door, and he's like, Lexi, are you okay? And I was like, no, I'm really stressed about going to Wicked. Like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it through it. Anyway, so we ended up selling our tickets and then going in San Diego, and it all worked out for the better. But I dressed up again as Dorothy to go see Wicked. And yeah, I loved it. And I got some really cute photos with my dog. So yeah, I'm putting that one in beautiful basics, which is exactly how I think I would describe it because it's gorgeous. Love it. Done it 4 times. But I fear it's just a little basic. Charlie Brown and Snoopy. See, my best friend loves Snoopy. Shout out Amanda. So I can't not rank this one high because she'll come to my house and like kill me. Just kidding. That was so dramatic. I think this one's cute. I think it's a good duo costume. I think it's probably pretty easy to DIY. Is this a safe space, guys? I don't think I've really ever seen Charlie Brown or like anything with Snoopy. Like, I don't really know. I think I've seen some things, but I don't know. I think they're cute. Like, I think Snoopy is so cute. I just don't really know like what it is. But I did go to Knott's Berry Farm, and that had Snoopy stuff, and it was so cute. And I love Snoopy. I just don't really like, I've never really watched Charlie Brown. Um, but I think this is cute. I think that in the picture that I'm looking at that my team pulled, they're obviously in like a school. So like love that for them. I think maybe if I were to do this, I would do the costumes a little differently. But I still feel like it's super easy to like do cute DIY. Let me look at my I don't know. I just feel like maybe I'll put that one in like upcycle chic. Maybe it's kind of like an in-between upcycle chic and like a beautiful basic to me. To be fair, I don't feel like I see this one often when I like see people wearing Halloween costumes. So I feel like it's like not quite a basic, but I feel like if you were to do the costume, like I think I don't know. I think maybe it just depends on how you do the costume that changes it for me. Does that make sense? But so cute. Love it. I'm gonna suggest this to my friend for her and her mans to do because I feel like that would be really cute for them. Last one. Pink Panther. Look at this diva. I love this one. I think this diva is absolutely eating down. This one's another one that's like, that's going to be a big makeup one. I don't think that I have the skill set to execute it like this diva that I'm looking at in the photo did. To explain, she has like pink cat makeup on, panther makeup on, and then she has like blonde hair Maybe it's a wig. Maybe it's her hair. I have no idea. And then she's wearing like a pink, not fur. What's it called? Like this teddy bear fabric. What is that? What is that? I don't know. It's not gonna come to me. But a pink like teddy. Is it that literally what it's called? Whatever. Coat. So yeah, I love that one. I think that's a thrift thriller. I feel like that one's so unique. I don't really think I've seen many people do that, especially to the extent of the person that I'm looking at. I'm trying to see, let's see, Pink Panther Halloween costume. Me looking up. Okay, so I've seen like, okay. So when other people do this, they just do like little cat whiskers and stuff. And then they have like an all pink like bodysuit and things like that. I think that one's even cute too. Someone did like wait, Pink Panther. Yeah, so oh, that's cute. Someone did like a couple's costume and the guy's like the inspector and then the girl's the Pink Panther. I think that's so cute. I really don't feel like I've seen this one often. I feel like it would be good to thrift. You could thrift something. Me like I like really like this costume actually. Maybe I like try to be it. What? Who said that? Me actually getting content ideas. Stop. Someone I'm crying. Someone on Reddit, no, Pinterest. Why did I think Reddit? Someone on Pinterest had it as a kid's costume, and the kid is dressed as the inspector, and then he's holding a Pink Panther stuffed animal. That's so cute. So cute. Wait. Oh, I'm pissed. I just literally yesterday, Sunday, got rid of a dress that would have been perfect for this costume. I'm pissed. It's fine. I'll live. I don't have to be Pink Panther, I guess. But yeah, I like this one so much so that I'm considering adding it to my list of Halloween costumes. So a win is a win. We're gonna put that one for sure under thrift thrillers. And that is the end of the costumes. I love them. I love them. I love Halloween. Again, I encourage everyone this year and every year after this year, to be sustainable with their Halloween costumes. Halloween is really, really harmful to our planet. I think when you think about the fashion industry, I think it's great that we have talked so much more about how fashion and our fashion industry is not sustainable and not good for our planet. But we don't necessarily always talk about the individual days throughout the year that we, celebrate and take part in that cause so much harm just within that day. And so I think things like Halloween are one of those, things like holiday season and Black Friday and Valentine's Day and just really most of these holidays where we're like encouraged to impulse buy and buy more things and buy. They just cause so much waste and oftentimes they're like one use things. And so I really think that the best thing you can do besides being naked, what's that one brand that has that? Is it Reformation? Being naked's the number one most sustainable option, or number two or whatever, is like shopping what you already have. So going through your closet and seeing like what can I turn into a costume. If you need inspo, I did 13 days of Halloween costumes last year and I'm doing 31 days this year. So, really drowning in Halloween costumes over here. But they're all made for my closet, so it's fine because then I just repurpose them and use them again as everyday clothing. And on that note, I think that's the end of this podcast. So you can follow me on my socials, my Instagram, YouTube, and what is the other one I say? My Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Yes, or anywhere basically. Or my name, Alex Silverstein, that's Lexy, so like the color, Stein. And remember to live a good life and look fucking good doing it.